Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. The town of Hope Valley has always been more than just a backdrop for the stories of love, friendship, and perseverance. In 2025, the series finds itself at a unique turning point. One where its characters are both looking back at the roots that shape them and forward to the possibilities that await in a changing world. Fans have been buzzing with anticipation because each new update about the season brings with it a sense of excitement, curiosity, and speculation. What makes this moment in the history of the show so fascinating is that nothing seems predictable anymore. The writers appear to be intentionally weaving in surprises that catch even the most devoted viewers off guard, making each episode feel like an unfolding treasure. The production team has been hinting that Hope Valley itself will take on a bigger role than ever before, almost as if the town is a character of its own. Rumors suggest that parts of the set have been redesigned to give the community a more expansive look, with new streets, homes, and even a renovated school that becomes central to the lives of its residents. Elizabeth, as the dedicated teacher, finds herself standing in front of a class that feels different from before. The children are older, their questions are deeper, and their view of the world has grown more complex. For Elizabeth, this means she must adapt her way of teaching, embracing not just the role of a guide for the young, but also someone who learns from them in return. The arrival of new characters adds another layer of intrigue to the story. Whispers from the set mention a family arriving in Hope Valley under mysterious circumstances, carrying secrets that slowly unfold as the season progresses. Unlike previous newcomers, who often came seeking a fresh start or fleeing from a troubled past, this family seems to straddle both worlds. They bring with them innovation and ambition, but they also carry scars that they cannot easily hide. Their connection to existing characters has not been revealed yet, but speculation suggests that one of them may share an unexpected bond with Nathan, drawing him into a storyline that forces him to balance duty with his heart's desires. Nathan himself is in an interesting position this season. For so long, fans have wanted clarity about his relationship with Elizabeth. The writers, however, have resisted making the storyline simple. In 2025, the narrative appears to explore what happens when two people who care deeply for one another are forced to navigate the reality of their responsibilities, fears, and unspoken feelings. Instead of presenting their romance as straightforward, the show is allowing tension to build slowly, with meaningful glances, half-finished sentences, and unplanned encounters. What's different now is that Elizabeth seems less hesitant, as if the weight of her past heartbreaks has finally given way to the courage to embrace something new. Nathan, too, has grown. He's no longer defined just by his role as a Mountie, but by the choices he makes as a man learning to open his heart again. Beyond Elizabeth and Nathan, other beloved characters are also stepping into new journeys. Rosemary and Lee Coulter continue to balance their thriving newspaper business with the joys and challenges of raising their child. The couple's dynamic has always been filled with humor and heart, but this year their storyline takes on an unexpected depth. It is said that Rosemary uncovers a piece of Hope Valley history that shakes the entire town. What begins as a simple article idea for her paper leads to revelations about the town's founding families, buried conflicts, and untold stories of sacrifice. The discovery not only tests Rosemary's journalistic integrity, but also puts her in a difficult position as she decides how much truth the town is ready to face. Meanwhile, Faith's journey in the world of medicine continues to inspire. With more responsibility placed on her shoulders, she becomes a central figure in keeping the town healthy. But her role is not without challenges. Advances in medicine are reaching Hope Valley, and Faith must decide whether to embrace modern methods that could save more lives or remain loyal to the traditions that have long defined her practice. Her personal life also becomes more complicated when someone from her past reappears, reopening old wounds while offering a chance at healing. Fans are eager to see how she balances the weight of her duty with the stirrings of her heart. The theme of change runs strong through every corner of Hope Valley. Henry Gowan, once the town's most polarizing figure, faces perhaps his most redemptive arc yet, after years of mistakes, regrets, and attempts at atonement. Henry is given an opportunity that could redefine his place in the community forever. Instead of being met with suspicion, his efforts now seem to be met with cautious respect. Still, old habits die hard, and Henry's story this year promises to walk the line between redemption and relapse. The central question becomes whether he has truly transformed or whether he remains at risk of repeating his past missteps. The backdrop of this season also carries larger societal undertones. The world beyond Hope Valley is changing rapidly, and the ripple effects reach even this small, close-knit town. Conversations about industry, innovation, and progress echo in the background of daily life. Young men and women begin to dream bigger, thinking beyond the borders of Hope Valley and imagining futures that once seemed impossible. This sparks debates within families, as parents grapple with whether to encourage these dreams or to hold on tightly to the safety and simplicity of tradition. One particularly moving storyline involves a group of students who challenge Elizabeth to teach them more than just the basics. They want to understand the broader world, the possibilities of science, literature, and invention. For Elizabeth, this becomes both a joy and a burden. She feels immense pride in their curiosity, but also struggles with the fear that she may not be able to give them everything they need. This thread of the season captures the heart of the series, the tension between the old and the new, the safe and the unknown, the comfort of the familiar and the thrill of discovery. Another surprise update involves a long-absent character making a return to Hope Valley, though the identity is being kept tightly under wraps. Insiders have hinted that this return will send shockwaves through the community, whether it is someone tied to Elizabeth's past or a figure connected to the early days of the town. The return promises to stir emotions and reopen questions that many believed were settled. The impact will not only be personal, but will also reshape the direction of the season in ways fans have not anticipated. Off-screen, the cast and crew have been vocal about how deeply they value this particular season. Interviews suggest that the filming process has been filled with emotional moments, laughter, and even tears as the actors step into arcs that challenge them both professionally and personally. The bond among the cast seems stronger than ever, with many describing the 2025 season as one of the most rewarding experiences of their careers. The sense of family that has always defined the show has extended behind the scenes, creating an atmosphere that fans can feel through the computer screen. The updates also hint at a possible celebration within the storyline, a townwide event that brings everyone together in a way reminiscent of earlier seasons, whether it is a festival, a wedding, or another community milestone. This event is said to be one of the most visually beautiful and emotionally charged moments of the season. It becomes a gathering where laughter and music fill the air, but where private conversations and stolen glances also spark future storylines. Hope Valley has always been about more than just the daily struggles. It is about the joy of coming together as a community, and this celebration promises to remind viewers of that core truth as the season moves forward. The balance of joy and sorrow becomes more pronounced. For every moment of triumph, there seems to be a challenge waiting just around the corner. But that is precisely what makes the series so beloved. Life in Hope Valley, much like life itself, is never a straight line. It is a journey filled with ups and downs, heartbreaks and healings, goodbyes and hellos. Fans who tune in this year will find themselves drawn into stories that feel both timeless and fresh, reminding them why they fell in love with the show in the first place. In the grand scheme of When Calls the Heart, 2025 feels like a year where the show is not afraid to take risks. It honors the traditions that built its foundation while daring to step into uncharted territory. Characters evolve in unexpected ways. Relationships deepen or fracture. And the town of Hope Valley proves once again that it has the power to capture the imagination of millions. The updates coming from the production have only heightened this sense of anticipation. ensuring that every Sunday night feels like a special occasion for fans. What stands out most is the way the series continues to speak to universal truths. Whether it is the courage to start over, the challenge of forgiving the past, or the beauty of finding love in unexpected places, the stories of Hope Valley remain deeply relatable. This season seems determined to remind audiences that even in times of uncertainty, hope endures. And perhaps that is the greatest update of all that in 2025. The heart of Hope Valley beats stronger than ever, inviting everyone to once again lose themselves in its warmth, its drama, and its unshakable belief in love and community.